Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to part 11 of Dynasty Warriors 8 Extreme Legends Complete Edition Jin playthrough, and today we start the Hypothetical Route's first mission, which is the capture of Chengdu. Yeah, shoes about to fall in this part. But is Jiang Wei? No. And yeah, I was not joking about that. Because you see, we do have two more showdowns with Jiang Wei right after this. Well, not necessarily after this, because I am getting the star requirement here, which will unlock another stage. However, like 3 parts down the line, we'll have 2 more encounters with Jiang Wei, and that's it. Because there's only, in turn, 5 missions in the hypothetical and 5 in the historical. I thought there were 4, there's actually 5. So, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, this is a good time for us to play as Xiao Ba. Considering the fact that I haven't played as him yet, and I played as every other character. Okay. Here's the dealio with this particular stage's star requirement. It is, if you're not careful, the hardest one in the game. I know what you're thinking. No, it's not. It's easy. Bullshit. Here's the thing. While you're taking down Shu officers, you gotta remember one thing about this game. Morale is king. And if the morale is high, the AI will be competent to the point where they'll start singling out and targeting officers. What's the star requirement here? You, personally you, have to defeat every single officer before defeating Liu Shan. If you do not, and if you allow somebody else to beat an officer, they will have a cutscene. And that cutscene will show up at the end of the stage. If you see a cutscene, that means you have failed. So don't take any chances. Find any officer on the field that is on the opposite side. Kill them yourself. And then, whatever you do, do not leave one standing before defeating Liu Shan. If you do, then Liu Shan will have a cutscene of him surrendering. But if you don't, there won't be a cutscene. Thankfully, unlike with part 9, if I do believe... Actually, part 8, yes. Unlike with part 8, I actually do get the star requirement and not fail miserably. I have to go back. So, thing is, with Xiao Ba, back then he used to have the greatsword along with Guan Ping. Not in this game. Xiao Ba has switched his greatsword with what is essentially a rocket-powered ballista. Which, by the way, has a targeting mode. So, this is where the weapons started to get beyond ridiculous. Because I know Dong Ai for a fact actually has a ballista in Empires. But this is Xiao Ba's weapon of choice for not only this game, but also Empires. He goes back to being a clone weapon with a greatsword later on in Dynasty Warriors 9. And also being, you know, voiced by one of the worst voice actors in the game in Dynasty Warriors 9, as to in Dynasty Warriors 8 being voiced by Vic Mignogna.
I love this.
So, yeah, as far as for the rocket power siege weapon, it's actually one of the most powerful weapons in the game. I wouldn't say the most powerful weapon, more like it just pierces damage and breaks through guards. That's what it amounts to. Meanwhile, I do believe the halberd is by far the most powerful weapon in the game, primarily because of Lu Bu's combinations. But Xiao Ba, he does splash damage, which do cause the shockwave to break damage. And just like I said while I was trying to head over there, the enemies will end up running into the CPUs. Well, at least I think they are. But, hold on. Oh, wait. Nope, nope. Morale is king. They're going over there. They're going over there past me. Stop what you're doing. You gotta stop this, guys. Well, I was trying to, you know, make sure that that guy's taken care of. Because, after all, look at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, you see those guys heading over there? They're coming real fast. And they're gonna try to take that enemy officer. And speaking of which, there's another officer that's right there. We're gonna have to deal with that too. So if you steal all the kills and the glory, that's fine. But if you don't, yeah, you're just gonna pretty much fail the mission if you don't. Because again, you personally have to take down all of the enemies. This takes care of Zixing. And now we're gonna have to go over to the next area. And why did I choose Xiaohoba? Quite frankly, again, because I have shown off almost everyone available except for maybe 3 people, and that's Wen Yang and that smug prick Zhang He. He's the only one I did not choose. Well, I'll eventually play as Wen Yang, probably in the next part, but Zhang He, he's gonna be more prevalent in the historical route. So quite frankly, by the time of part 15 or part 17, we've pretty much played everybody, but it wouldn't be twice over, but at least once. So now that we just went there and took care of her, oh, yeah, by the way, I was also being paranoid because the guy was defeated. I wanted to make sure that I was the one that defeated him. So I went there and showed off that, yeah, Xiaohoba is the one that did it. Because again, despite what mini guides tell you, you and only you will have to take out these officers. No ifs, ands, or buts. And then there's Madai. We gotta defeat him. I gotta be careful because this thing is really clumsy. Oh, right, and also, it has a second level charge, as you just saw. That blue light that you saw was a second level charge for him to crash onto the ground. We better turn back, though, because all those enemy officers are about to have to come out, because all those allied officers is going to breach the area and start whooping ass and taking names. Folks, morale is high, and again, I can't stress enough, morale is key. We gotta make sure that the morale is, well, no, not the morale is low. I mean, I gotta make sure that I do all the dirty work myself, because again, these guys will kill steal. And Xiaohoba's, Musou is literally him charging with the battering ram, and I think another one has him launching said battering ram like a rocket launcher. That's the only thing that I know of about the Musou, but as far as for his rage is concerned, I haven't used it. I seriously haven't used it. Well, because you see, Xiaohoba is pretty damn slow. I mean, it would have been great if he just had the great sword again, but this weapon is pretty slow. And it'd be a miracle if I actually pull, well, wouldn't be a miracle, more along the lines of I would need chain in order for to actually pull off the rage mode. Yes, that's what I meant to say. And I had a stuttering and stumbling moment. My bad. But yes, since we're doing things right. Yeah, that door's not going to open. We're going to have to go in from another way. But since we're doing things right, folks, this means that Guan Yingping and Guan Suo will appear. Jiang Wei will appear later on in a different area, as in right now. But Guan Yingping and Guan Suo will only appear if you manage to defeat all the officers by yourself. And if you just rush through it and try to get Liu Shan, well, you're not going to get the star requirement, but more importantly, Guan Yingping and Guan Jing will not appear. Those are the two officers that you will miss right then and there. And the only way you'll miss them is if somebody inadvertently takes out an officer. So you gotta deal with them all yourself.
Everyone is fighting in the name of Shu.
So, with that said, let's head over to Guan Yingping and Guan Sua's area, and we just beat them. Because they're all stupefied as to why Liu Shan is walking around out in the open where he could be defeated easily. Oh, and that's another thing. You are pretty much on a time limit as far as that part is now. And by time limit, I mean you have till around the time your allies get to Liu Shan to actually eliminate everyone before they eliminate Liu Shan. And yes, they can do that, and yes, you can win. And yes, you'll also fail the you'll fail the hypothetical routes requirement. This is only one of them. There's another star requirement, and it's actually the easiest one, and that's the next part. But this part, no, you'll end up failing if you don't actually stop these guys from taking out all the officers. I know I'm repeating myself, but you gotta know.
I cannot let you pass.
They are going to do something really stupid. And as you can see, that launching move whenever I switch weapons, that actually does some serious damage. Like I said, it causes explosions that will cause splash damage. And splash damage will break guard. So, on that note, let's just keep on going and we'll be nearing these guys really soon. Don't matter where I approach from. What matters is that all of them are defeated. Oh my god, I forgot about this. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it just would not be it would not be a Jin playthrough without Jiang Wei setting something on fire. And sure enough he did, and sure enough I took some damage. But that's okay. We're almost all but done here. We still got a few more people to defeat, and that's it. Let's just defeat this gatekeeper. There, done. And let's defeat Liao Hua. Let's get him out of the way. Because it doesn't matter whether or not he blocks or not. Because this thing will launch him into the air and will break his guard. That's what charge attacks normally would do if you have the right equip to them. In Jiang Wei's case, not Jiang Wei, Xiahou Ba, sorry. In Xiahou Ba's case, you don't have to worry about having an equipment that will help you break guard. You'll instead have to just use some of your charge moves. That's it. And now that I stop to think about it, when I went there and defeated Xing Sai, if you want to end the mission early, you just simply go into the base and defeat Liu Shan. But since we have managed to defeat just about everybody except for this one guy here, who almost got defeated, which would have cost me the mission, all that's left now is for us to find Liu Shan and take him down. And that's all we need to do. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, here's Liu Shan. And, hold on, let me get him close enough. There goes Liu Shan. Alright, we got him. And seeing as how we got this event instead of cutscene, we have the star requirement. And that's all that matters. We only got one more left, however, this star requirement actually has a hint of what's going to be happening in the next part. The next part, more than likely, is going to be Zhang He and his pathetic attempt to rebel against Wei and try to seize control of the Emperor. This is RPMan985. See you guys next time, and it's pretty baffling that he actually succeeds in the DLC in Dynasty Warriors 9.